my nutritionist and doctor, they made me stop doing it.
What? Don't do that. So she was ingesting bleach. Alright, you know the drill. I read all your comments and I've been getting a lot of My Strange Addiction recommendations. You asked for it and we're reviewing it for the first time. I think it's important to remember that while many of these addictions may appear humorous or shocking to some, it's important to lead with empathy and recognize that these stories are of real people who are oftentimes suffering from serious medical or even life-threatening conditions. Alright, let's dive right in. My Strange Addiction, I'm not exactly sure what this is. This show is probably related to something that's way extreme. So let's check it out.
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old and I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Oh, what? So a serious relationship with his car to where he's physically making out with it. I've heard of car lovers, but I guess this puts a whole nother twist on that. There's actually a term, mechanophilia, which has to do with lover of cars, automobiles, motorcycles, that sort of thing.
His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
Don't get me wrong, a sweet BMW, M4, a nice Porsche, cool, sexy cars. But this is taking it to a little bit of a next level where there's sexual arousal, making out with your car, the germs, the dirtiness, breakdown of vinyl. So they're all different chemicals that are going on in the car that could over time probably be potentially a little toxic to you if you continue to ingest them.
I don't know why I feel the way I do, but I just absolutely love Chase. We have our times when we get sexual.
Does that feel good? You're a handsome man.
So the question is, when he's making out with Chase, is the car just recently on? Is the hood hot? Is he gonna have first or second degree burns to his lips? Has he ever actually gone to the hospital with blisters on his face? The exhaust, is he doing anything weirdly sexual with the exhaust? Carbon monoxide poisoning, you become altered. I've never treated anybody who's had their genitalia slammed in the car door, but we've treated people whose legs, arms, hands get slammed in and broken bones. I've also never dealt with somebody with this type of addiction, so there's always a potential for future things to happen that could be bad that show up to the local ER.
I'm addicted to eating mattresses.
Eating mattresses? Nothing. She likes the foam.
Texture, like my taste buds are, kind of.
So what the heck is a mattress made of? So most of it's polyurethane and polyfoam, metal, there's screws, there's staples, there's springs. So it looks like the component that Jennifer likes to eat is the foam. That harbors bacteria, viruses in it, it's dirty, human sweat and dead skin cells and dust mites. So she eats a square foot of mattress every day. She's consumed more than 8 mattresses. I mean, are they twin size, full size, queen size, king size? I want to know what her poop looks like. Does the stomach actually break it down enough? It can cause bowel obstructions, and typically symptoms of a bowel obstruction, vomiting, and no passing of gas and no passing of stool.
It enters my body and leaves my body. It goes through my system and goes out.
She's got a lot of gas, huh? So her addiction began at the age of 5 when she ate the seat of the family car, which is foam as well. She says the only thing she has gas, but she didn't really explain, is that burping gas or farting gas? Is that because she's actually blocked and nothing's moving, so the only thing that's getting past is air?
I've eaten couches, box springs, chairs, but for the last 10 years, mattresses has just been my thing.
Wow. So I hope that she's seeing a doctor and they're trying to get to the bottom of this. Malabsorption, her nutrients, is she missing? Is it getting blocked because of what she's eating? These are all things that her doctor should be checking and looking up. I feel like in this instance, probably sponge cake would be a little bit better than a mattress cake.
My name is Riley, I'm 25 years old, and I'm addicted to being an adult baby. I dress as a baby as often as I can.
So we got another unique behavior addiction. All right, let's see what her lifestyle is like.
Whenever I come home, I always slip into one of my cute little outfits, and it helps me wash away all the stress of the big, tough world.
Riley has turned her bedroom into a nursery.
This person is having some sort of major mental component to this, to where they need to resort back to a time of maybe innocence, and they feel comfort in these situations. Yes, it's strange to me. It might not be strange to this individual because they're able to cope with whatever they've experienced or going through, but there are others that are probably taking this on a whole different level and maybe using it as like a sexual experience.
Wetting my diapers is just something that kind of comes naturally with wearing diapers. The feeling of release and the feeling of comfort of a warm, wet diaper. Being an adult baby makes me feel different ways.
When people come to the ER, sometimes adults will bring comforting blankets from when they were a kid. I haven't actually experienced anything like this, and so a patient could potentially request a kid gown or fun things in the room. Hospitals will try to accommodate not just physical, but also the mental health of any patient that comes in.
My name is Toby. I'm 33, and I spent about $100,000 to achieve my perfect Justin Bieber look.
Okay, all right, this is not unheard of. People will spend a lot of money, spend $100,000 to potentially look like Justin Bieber. There are other things where people actually get addicted to plastic surgery, facial corrections, and continue fillers, implants, injectables, all different things. So they're either addicted to the procedure and the process, or they're addicted to the outcome of those procedures in the process. Over 5 years, over $100,000.
A skin removed on the upper eyelid to get his bright open eyes. I had surgery on my upper lip, on my lip corners. I also had my chin reduced to get the facial structure that he has.
I mean, the plastic surgeon's done a good job over time, which is good, not all at once, because there's a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain. I always tell people, try to minimize the amount of surgeries that you have because you're also going under anesthesia. But general anesthesia is not benign. There are cases where your heart goes into abnormal rhythms, you can have inflammation of your airway. Look at Michael Jackson. He was actually using a medication that we use to induce somebody for surgeries called propofol, and ended up dying from a complication. I typically see the complications of plastic surgeries. In another country, they used weird materials and people will have reactions and infections, or their skin will actually necrose or die. Whoever did it did a poor job and decreased blood supply to a certain area.
I'm 28 years old, and my addiction is bleach.
Bleach! Clorox bleach. Okay, don't ingest this, don't get it in your eyes.
I just like the feel of bleach.
Every day, Gloria cleans her house top to bottom with bleach.
So if you inhale too many fumes of bleach, it actually can cause a reaction to where you can get fluid in the lungs, you can get ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome, you have autoimmune reactions, inflammatory reactions. The first thing you think about with somebody like bleach, either they like their linens really white or they're worried about germs. But she likes the way it feels. Depending on the strength of the bleach that she's using, it's actually sloughing off a very superficial layer of your skin, so it's actually skin cells. So you can actually get a burn from a basic solution.
When I was pregnant, I used to take pieces of tissue and dip them in bleach and take them like pills. My nutritionist and doctor, they made me stop doing it.
What? Don't do that. So she was ingesting bleach. So we'll get people who potentially want to kill themselves in the hospital and they swallow cleaners or bleach, but you don't want to induce vomiting because somebody can aspirate it into their lungs. The damage is already done, and if you try to get it back out the other direction, you're going to cause more damage. What we worry about is actually scarring over a long period of time to where you actually get these tight rings in the esophagus, and you actually need to get them stretched out.
Every morning, Gloria now adds bleach to her bath water.
Every time I take a shower or a
Wow.
bath, I have to use bleach. I have to use it.
Oh my gosh. So she is bathing in it daily, breaking down her skin. She's at least diluting it in water. All right, so these are some very interesting addictions. Some physical, some mental. Normally in ER, I have to deal with the aftermath of these type of behaviors. If you have a strange addiction that you want me to do a follow-up video on, please leave it in the comments, DM me, or send an email. If you guys like this, definitely check out my reaction series right here. And as always, subscribe, turn those bell notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.